So let's talk about meeting your guides and angels. The first time I met my multidimensional guides and angels, I was sitting in my living room, and all of a sudden it was like a light switch turned on, and there was about a dozen guides and angels in the room. I felt like I was in Universe TV and everyone was watching. They gave me loads of information that later came to pass, so I could trust the guidance. They also started handing me spiritual gifts that came in the form of swords of light, which seemed to get rid of darkness, jeweled staves that seemed to uplift my energy, robes of light that became part of my energy field, and it even raised my vibration. It felt like the Lucky Charms commercial where you get hearts, stars, and green clovers. Anyway, it was really funny what I saw in my vision when I received these things, but I felt the energy. The energy was palpable in my body, and my life became better. So that's how I knew it worked. And I could feel it, and then when I worked on other clients, they could feel it too. So I got inside and outside confirmation that these tools and gifts worked. Some clients I worked on received what I would call heart upgrades. These guides and angels would help me fill people's heart chakras with light to erase all the old debris. And when a client calls for a session, I help them receive these gifts just like I received, so that they can upgrade their software, so to speak. Sometimes these balls of light would show up to be placed in people's chakras to clear them and empower them. The chakras are the energy centers in your body. They're called the spiritual centers where light comes in. If your chakras happen to be a little wobbly, you can literally feel a little off in your life. If you go to the workbook, I'll explain a little bit more about the chakras, and you can see where they are in the body. I had one client come to me, and her heart was wobbly. I could see 2 cracks in it, as she had had 2 heartbreaks in her life. You can literally see this in people's energy field when you look. And I've even seen clients get angel wings, so to speak, that gifted them with more potential energy. I guide clients to meet their guides, angels, and counsel. And what ends up happening is my clients sometimes want to give their guides and team a name. One client calls her angels the A-Team. Another client of mine calls her guides the GGs, short for the God Guys. And another client calls his team the 3 Wise Guys. So you can see that humor is a part of the spiritual dimension. And remember, joy is a high vibrational field entwined with spirit. Some interesting things happen with your children that you may not know about. A lot of kids are psychic. I've had my friend's 4-year-old trade angels with me, kind of like baseball cards. She says, "My Angel Joe wants to hang out with you. Can we trade?" I had one niece driving in the car with my mom when she was young, and she started freaking out and yelling in the back seat, "Grammy, Grammy, there's an angel flying by the car." And she was happily freaking out. My mom didn't see it, so my mom was a little annoyed. My other niece saw her newly deceased grandpa holding onto the car, flying out of it. He was flying out the moonroof. She kept yelling at my sister to stop the car. Grandpa's going to fly out. And she was only 3 at the time. So your kids are probably seeing things that may not be so imaginary. Before you start calling them their imaginary friend and maybe shutting down their senses, I would probably check inside and say, are they really seeing a guide or an angel, or maybe a deceased loved one? Sometimes your children will be looking in the corner of the room and really see things. I've seen babies do this. Babies will look in the corner of the room, and when I psychically tune in, I can actually see it as grandpa or grandma checking out the new baby. So the potential for all this information is unlimited, and I would hope that you would use it every day.